Hey guys, and what is up? Shadolance back from the review. Finally getting around to the M60E4 Steel, the NX rare variant of the M60 series. One of my favorites for machine guns. Tons of fun to use, super easy to use. It's one of the machine guns that doesn't have quite as bad a spread, and the damage is super high. One thing that's really nice about the NX rare variant of this one is that it has a crazy low damage drop-off, very similar to the Yuletide Persuader. Or Annihilator, I think it's what it's called. But anyway, it's a super nice gun. Tons of fun to use. It's very much underused. Sniff got this gun for permanent a while back, and he just went like kaboom all over it. He loved that gun, and I can finally see why. I have to give a shout out to my younger brother Zane for letting me do the review from his account. He had this gun for 7 days, so definitely appreciate him letting me use it. It was the only one he had, so big sacrifice because he loves machine guns. So big thank you for letting me use it, especially since you weren't able to renew it. Hopping straight into the stats, we're seeing a damage of 51, portability of 32, rate of fire of 73, accuracy of 58, and recoil of 73. It is only fully automatic, like most machine guns. The M21E is a little, M21E is a little bit different. It has burst mode, and some people tend to like that, some people don't. I don't usually use burst mode on machine guns like that, so it's a moot point for me. You can put an extended magazine on it. You cannot put a scope on it. If you could put a scope on it, it would be crazy because the recoil pattern is super low, and the overall recoil stat of 73 is actually a little bit on the low side for averages on machine guns, so that's kind of nice. The base damage of 51 is very high. You should consistently be doing at least 42 or 43 damage per shot. At maximum range, maybe looking about 36 or 7 on a medium vester at any rate. Light and heavy vesters obviously will adjust accordingly, but that's my point. Portability of 32 is very low. It's a very heavy machine gun, so that's not such a good thing. The MG34 series is typically a bit lighter with around 40, but not a whole lot lighter. The rate of fire of 73 is very high for a machine gun, which is really nice. You typically would like to see the highest rate being around 80-ish, but that's kind of getting up there. 73 is still very nice. Most typically average around 70, so that's a little bit, that's around assault rifle range. 73 is about assault rifle range, so that's pretty good. Accuracy of 58, although that may seem very low, the spread is actually quite low due to the recoil, and the accuracy is high enough that you're able usually to get your shots where you want them to go. The recoil of 73 statistically is just about average, but the recoil spread, like I've said a couple of times already, is absolutely awesome. It has really low recoil. The spread is very low. The pattern's easy to control. It's just a very simple gun that everyone should be able to use very easily. Like most machine guns, it has an ammo capacity 100 of 100, and that's really all there is to say about this machine gun. It's awesome. It's tons of fun to use. You can only get it in the Mist Foxtrot and Mist Mike, and theoretically in the Mist N when it was around, and you see it occasionally. They re-release it every now and then, but so yeah. It's basically an insanely strong 3-shot kill gun. You can usually 2-shot to anyone's back, except maybe a Hauser at maximum range, but it's usually a 3-shot kill on pretty much anyone, and it's a very strong one. If they've taken any kind of damage from anything, it's going to be a 2-shot kill. So that's one reason I like machine guns. If you crouch or you move very slowly with this gun, you should be able to keep your spread pretty low and get most of your shots to go where you want to. Tap firing with machine guns is actually a pretty good idea with how high the damage it is. You really only need to land a few shots, so that's all that's really necessary. It's similar to an M14 that's really not that accurate and can be used at closer ranges more effectively due to the higher fire rate, so that's nice. I'm going to be comparing it to the M60 Steel, which is the NX standard variant. Has a base damage of 48, portability of 30, rate of fire of 73, accuracy of 58, recoil of 73. It's fully automatic, customizable only with a magazine, and same ammo capacity, 100 of 100, so nothing super special there. It sells for $20 permanent. Don't really know why anyone would buy a machine gun for not permanent, so just pointing that out. It's not really that popular for a machine gun, although typically when people will think of machine guns, they usually come with the M60 series or the MG series, the MG21E, the MG21 Steel, and all that kind of stuff. They're the most popular ones. So comparing it to the M60E4 Steel, you're seeing a 3-point increase in damage and a massive increase in damage drop-off, decrease technically, but damage drop-off gets much better with the M60E4 Steel. It's about the same with all the other variants, the M60, M60E4, and the M60 Steel. They're all about the same damage drop-off, but the E4 Steel is vastly less damage drop-off, which is really nice in my opinion. Looking at other stuff, the portability gets increased by 2 points from the M60 Steel to the E4 Steel, which is really nice. The other stats, 73 of rate of fire, accuracy of 58, and recoil of 73, are all the same, and they perform pretty much the same way. They both have the same recoil pattern. This is before Nexon started getting kind of crazy with the recoil pattern, so pretty much everything had the same recoil pattern back when these guns came out. Very old guns in the game, and it's a relatively small family. Just the M60, M60E4, M60E4 Steel, and the M60E4 GP rare variant. So there's the E4 regular in steel and the M60 regular in steel. Honestly, if I had to recommend anything, I would still probably take the MG21 series or the MG34 series over this. And the MG34 or 42 steel, I think is what it's called, MG42 steel, I still find to be a little bit better than this one. It's more fun to use in my opinion. But that's about all I really have to say on these guns, guys. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Check out the TeamSpeak 3 channel in the description below. Check out the Facebook group when you're done with that, and I will see you guys in the next review. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Shadolance out.